The second thing that the second non-brew essential, the second brew day, non-beer brew day essential. What's up everybody, Just Brewing here, and welcome back to the Home Brewery. Today, instead of an all-grain video, I wanted to go over some equipment that I use for my brew day, some what I call brew day essentials, but opposed to things like mash tuns, buckets, carboys, boil kettles, and stuff like that, some of this beer-heavy equipment, I wanted to go over some stuff that I use that is not actually used for beer. So today I want to go over 3 things that I use in my brew day that are not beer-related. Before we get started, I do want to say thank you to everyone that's been watching, commenting, and subscribing, even liking any of my Instagram posts as of late. I did take a little bit of time off from not just brewing, but also YouTubing as well, outside of new equipment and some new things that I got for the brewery. I'm actually married now, so that's pretty cool. So lots of changes over the last few weeks and months since my last upload, but I do want to say thank you to everyone that's still here, and specifically you for clicking this video. Enough with that, let's go ahead and get right into it. I wanted to start this list off with something that every brewer could use, whether you're like me in the garage or someone like an elementary brewing that's in the backyard, or if you're someone like apartment brewer that might be inside. I wanted to pick something that anybody could use. So up first is a pair of Brew shoes. These are non-slip, steel-toed shoes that are rated for hot oil and grease. I've actually spilled hot wort on my shoes before, and that's not a pleasant feeling, as you would imagine. The day that happened, I went and got some Brew shoes. So if you don't have any, go and get some shoes that are going to be safe to wear in these conditions, that are good for heat and heavy objects. You don't want to drop something on your foot, which I've also done before. So getting some shoes like this is going to save you some literal blood, sweat, and tears in the future. So consider getting some Brew shoes next time you're brewing. Up next is something that you might have in the kitchen right now, or you could even be using it in your brew day already. The second item on the list is containers. Now, that's pretty broad, but containers could be anything from Tupperware to this 3-drawer chest that I have here, or even larger totes like this. There's quite a bit that you can do with just containers. I've even saved some of the containers, the dry and liquid extract that I got back in my extract days. Just about any type of container can be used for brewing, so use your imagination when you're looking into something like this, but I always try to keep just a handful of extra small or large containers because you never know what you're going to use it for. Last but certainly not least is something that I think is a little bit more specific. Not every brewer out there is going to be able to put this to use, but I can tell you this made my brew day so much better when I introduced this into my brewery. Let me just show you. So what we're talking about, and I'm actually brewing right now. Stay tuned, make sure to subscribe so you can see what this is. It's this right here. This is a mesh screen door that I'm using in my garage to help keep air and light coming in, but keeping any flies or other bugs out. Considering I'm in the garage with about 5 to 6 gallons of just sugary goodness, a lot of bugs try to come in here, and keeping this mesh screen door up prevents a lot of flies and other flying bugs from getting in here, which saves me time and quite a bit of stress from not having to stop what I'm doing and kill these bugs or, swat away flies that are getting near my wort. It's so much easier brewing with this screen door up, and tearing it down is just as easy as setting it up. Really, it's just taking off the Velcro screen door and rolling it up and holding on to it for next brew day. This screen door has made my brew days so much easier, and it's given me one less thing to have to worry about, which helps me focus on the important stuff, being able to hit my numbers and produce a good beer. What about you? What do you use in your brewery that you typically wouldn't find there? Let me know in the comments if there's something that I could use to help make my brew day better. But in the meantime, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for viewing. Just Brewing.